Hello, my name is Elijah Ramthun. I'm a second class midshipman at the United States Merchant Marine Academy, and this is a brief life literary autobiography about me. All right, so my first work of art is Dune by Frank Herbert, written in 1965. I like the science fiction genre, and this was one of the first books that I really got into, and I liked all the mystical characters and kind of the storyline. You don't know what's going to happen next. One of the quotes that stuck out best to me uh, was referring to the date palms on Arrakis and how much water they take in. Those are date palms, he said. One date palm requires 40 liters of water a day. A man requires but 8 liters. A palm then equals 5 men. There are 20 palms out there, 100 men. It kind of puts life and how fleeting it is on Arrakis in perspective. And I think it's powerful in nature, kind of showing how the dream of making an Arrakis into a paradise and having trees, palm trees everywhere is really the vision. And they question whether they should cut down these palm trees because they use so much water, but they keep the dream of an Arrakis with greens alive. And it's that hope that drives people forward and makes it such a powerful message. All right, the next book I chose was The Count of Monte Cristo. I both read and listened to this over Audible, and really enjoyed the character arc and how Dumas like writes his characters so they have goals in mind, but you can't see them at first, and they kind of intertwine, and it's over a long period of time. And I was reading it roughly around the same time I was in France, sailing for my first ship, and it was really cool because I got to see Chateau d'If, which is where he's centered around, and where the Count is first sent to prison. And just being in the area in Marseille, yeah, was definitely an enlightening experience. Having that while reading the book was something that was quite moving. My next piece of art is a Lincoln painting. My mom did, she did it around 2015, and she was a freelance artist her whole life. And I grew up around art, and this actually hangs in my living room. And I've always loved Lincoln and what he stood for, and that everyone was truly created equal. And I just thought it was a great piece of art. I've always loved this painting. It's a personal favorite of mine. My next piece of art is The Martian by Andy Weir. Again, in kind of similar fashion to Dune, I'm a big fan of science fiction. It got me into reading. I love the kind of books that have like certain technology themes where you can see where they're going, and like it could be futuristic technology, but you don't know it yet. And it's you feel like you're learning while you're reading, even though they're really enjoyable. They're like candy. They're fun to read. Um, The Martian was a great one to read. It was one of the first ones I read in like middle school, high school era. Um, just an all-around great book. My next work of art is a TV show called Ted Lasso. It's on Apple TV. It was written first in 2020, so around the COVID era, and it's still streaming. They're working on season 4 right now, and it deals with a lot of powerful topics such as diversity on teams, financial insecurity, PTSD, anxiety. It's really a show that insinuates and shows messages through the guise of soccer. And it's a really feel good show that I watched with my family at a time that I was not doing so well with anxiety and mental health on my own. And I think their way of addressing it within the show really helped me to feel better about my situation. And I think it's a great show, and I truly recommend it to everyone because I think it's got a little bit of everything for everyone, um, no matter what you like in a TV show. And that just about wraps up my autobiography, my literary autobiography. And I hope it fits the boxes. And it's these are works of art that mean something to me. Uh, thank you very much.